Good morning. Good morning. Gee, it's great to start your day with coffee with Karma today. Good morning and happy fun Friday. Do you remember that? Well, maybe you may not remember it from when it actually aired, but you may remember it from reruns. The TV show I Dream of Jeannie. The astronaut lands on an island, finds the magic lamp, rubs it, and lo and behold, there's a beautiful genie, played by Barbara Eden, who can grant him wishes and who desires to grant him wishes. Which, if you read genie lore in general, that's not how they work. But we'll go with it. So, what if AI was your genie from I Dream of Jeannie? Not the bad genie, the good genie, the genie that wants to help you be more successful in your life and business. This week, I've been talking about AI, and on Monday and Tuesday, I gave you 5 prompts each day, and you can get those prompts for free. All I want is your email address, and you can unsubscribe at any time. I put them all 10 of them into a Google Doc, and they will help you write and market your book more effectively. If you would like that, just put Google Doc in the comments, and I will send you the link to that Google Doc, or actually the to request that Google Doc. There's an opt-in page. And if you're in business, you know what I'm talking about. You'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So today I'm gonna be talking about 5 magical strategies that AI can help you that are inspired by I Dream of Jeannie. So, idea number 1. Rub the lamp for instant ideas. How AI can generate creative sparks. Just like I Dream of Jeannie could grant instant wishes, AI can, in a roundabout way, give you instantly fresh ideas. And one way I've done this is, let's say you want to juxtapose 2 ideas. Like for my upcoming book, the idea of writer's block with the idea of emotional triggers. It can help you put those 2 things together, especially if it's perplexity, and we'll give you links to actual journal articles where people have done research that makes that link for me. Let's say you wanna come up with an idea on how to talk about AI inspired by I Dream of Jeannie. You pop it into a ChatGPT and ask for 10 ideas, you like 5 of them, and you share them in your podcast. This is how AI can help you ideate come up with ideas much more quickly. And it's a partnership because obviously I'm putting in my thought process. And rather than spend days and weeks trying to figure out how that thought process pans out, I plop it into ChatGPT, it does its thing, and boom. Boom, there you go. Your ideas are there, and then you pick and choose what you don't like, you edit out delve and taking to new heights and all those other AI-isms, or you can upload a ban list and not get them in the first place most of the time. Sometimes I tell it, "Do not use delve," so it uses delve even more. Okay, not paying attention to what I'm saying, but, that's AI. AI is still a toddler. A magical, powerful toddler, but a toddler nonetheless. So, idea number 2, AI's magic touch. Automate repetitive tasks to focus on creativity. Just like Jeannie could snap her fingers and there's a full meal done, or the table's set, or the house is decorated. There are AI tools that can help you automate tasks so that you don't have to do them. And when AI does that automation for you, it frees you up to do the things that you are best at, to do the things that are more creative, to give you back some of your time so you can spend it with family. Hmm. So And also, they've got chatbots now that can be trained on your content and then be like an automated you. There are a couple of companies I know that will help you do that. Um, it's not necessarily a cheap solution, but it's not an overly expensive solution either. So, and it can help you sell better and more without you having to be there in people's DMs being all DMmy. So let's move on to idea number 3. Mind reading technology, AI analytics to understand your reader's desires. Now, I've talked about this one before, and that's basically AI's ability to take data and summarize it so that it's understandable. One small thing I've done is Grammarly sends me an email every week. And at the end of the email, it tells me what my tone was like that week. Have I been more happy or less happy or more confident or less confident? And these are the tones that I tend to have in how I've been writing. And what I've been doing is I take a snapshot of it, and I think I've got about 10 weeks of data now. And what I've done is I upload that content into ChatGPT and I go, "Chat, please analyze this data about my tone and give me a summary about my tone." So now I've got a then I take that, I copy it, I paste it into a text document, and now I have a text document that describes my tone. And I can now upload that into future chats and say, "Write something in my tone." And it does. And it does. And that's just one thing you do. Another thing you can do is, when you have a Facebook group and you can ask questions and people answer them before they become a member of your group. Well, there is software that can gather those answers, or you can copy and paste, which is a pain in the butt, but there's software that can do this, automate this for you. Enter it into a Google Doc or an Excel spreadsheet. Then you give ChatGPT access to the spreadsheet and you say, "Chat, what are the top 5 questions that my ideal clients have because they're members of my face? Or what are the common concerns that my Facebook members have? Or can you analyze this and tell me what my Facebook group members are wanting, are needing?" And it will analyze the data in that spreadsheet and tell you, sometimes even in their own words, what the members of your Facebook group want, desire, are struggling with, because they've told you this, and now it can aggregate that so that if 10 people have told you the same thing, this is something they need. So AI can do this, and there are AI tools that are specific for this, or you can just give data to ChatGPT. I've actually given it journal articles and said, "Please analyze this and give me a summary of what this is saying." And that way, I read the summary, and from there, I decide whether I wanna dive into the journal article itself, because now I have the gist of whether the journal article will do what has the information that I'm seeking. So let's move on to number 4. AI-powered Genie vision, predicting book trends and reader preferences. Now, there are a couple of ways you can get AI to do this. And Genie, she always knew what was coming up. She always knew what was coming up. Well, chat has a similar feature. It can look at all the information that's been given it, that it's been trained on, and predict trends. So you can ask it. Now, its data is a couple years old, so that's not the best way to do it. A better way to do it is to collect information that you've been seeing, right? A bunch of articles, and you haven't quite put together where this is going somewhere, but you're not sure where it's going. Upload all the data you've collected into ChatGPT and go, "Can you take a look at these articles and predict where you think this trend is going?" And it will take the information from the articles and do that. Or you can ask it, "Can you take a look at this? And given what you know about the past, where do you think this is going?" And it'll analyze all the data, pulled from data it already has, and give you an answer. So it can predict trends that are coming up in the future, which can help you. Also, for example, the holidays are coming up. Well, every holiday is similar-ish, at least when it comes to the buyer psychology. So you can ask ChatGPT, "What what do you think my ideal readers are thinking at this time of the year, and how can I help them buy my book?" It will give you ideas. And if you use one of the prompts that were in the Google Doc I told you about that you can get by just dropping Google Doc in the comment, I one of the prompts I have actually tells you it provides you a campaign. So you can say, "All right, Thanksgiving's coming up. What how can I better sell my book, which is about this, to my ideal clients, given a Thanksgiving theme?" You use that prompt, upload your book, give them give it all this information, and it will come up with a Thanksgiving week campaign, which also includes Cyber Monday, which, some people have great success with. I don't think my audience, by the time they see my stuff, they're either not interested or they're burnt out because, they're getting a lot of this stuff. So I rarely do Cyber Monday, or I've done it a couple of times. I haven't had great results, but it might work for your audience. It is really audience specific. It really is. One audience, they eat up your cyber deals. Others, not so much. And chat can help you figure that one out too. So let's go on to idea number 5. Do you wish for a bestseller? Use AI to optimize your marketing strategy. Now, Wednesday, I gave you 5 prompts to help you market better, but you can literally ask ChatGPT, what are the best strategies to market my book? And tell it about your book and who your ideal readers are, and it will come up with some very good ideas. Now, you may not want to implement them all. That's okay. That's okay. But like Genie, it can tell you is what are good ideas. And what's really interesting is earlier this week, I'm in an AI mastermind because I really do love AI and its possibilities. I am also quite aware of its shortcomings, and I think that being involved in how AI is used ethically is a really good idea. And so I'm in this AI mastermind, and we were talking about this AI prompt that can act like a almost like a therapist and help you deal with issues that you're dealing with. And I experimented with one to do that. And it was really interesting because one of the things it did was I asked it, what are the top problems that my ideal clients have? And it keeps telling me this one thing that I'm like, I don't understand why. Why do you think this is one of the top fears that my ideal clients have? Because I wasn't making the connection. And so I asked it, "Why? Tell me why you think this is the one that's the most important." And it told me, and as I'm reading this, I'm like, "Ah, yes, I've experienced that too. I just didn't make the connection because I didn't think of it in those terms." And it helped me make the connection, so now I can tell stories about my experience with that particular fear that will help me identify with my audience. So what I highly recommend is as you're working with ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever AI tool you're using, and it's giving you answers that you don't think are right, ask it why. Why does it think this is important? And it will tell you. And if you agree with its reasoning, you now have a new piece of information that you didn't have before. Remember that AI is intelligence. It may not be human intelligence, it's machine intelligence, but it does have access to more data more quickly than your human brain has. Your human brain is used for creativity, for nuance, for humanity, but use the AI to help you come up with all that data stuff more quickly. Well, I hope you found today's prompts, not prompts. I hope you found today's information helpful. I hope that you're able to go out there and use AI as your own personal genie. And next week, I will be talking about memoirs. On Monday's The Author Switch, I'll be interviewing Jenny Jing Ju, who is the founder of Lush Decor, and she has an amazing story to share. And because of that, I planned out 3 episodes for next week's Coffee with Karma that are all about how to help you use a memoir to attract clients and grow your business. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you next week. My name is Carma Spence, and I help executive coaches, business leaders, and consultants write, publish, and market their books so that they can grow their business. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Ciao.